Welcome back, everyone, to Short Splats. I'm Jared. Today, we're going to check out another weird roadside attraction in New Jersey, the Devil's Tree in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. Now, before we get to Jimmy J, I'm going to go over who actually wrote these articles. One's from Weird New Jersey. The other one is from Alexis Tarazzi from Patch, which is, I believe, a local website that covers some cool stuff. But I wanted to give credit where credit was due. I have not been here, but I think I'm going to go. Maybe do some recon, see if I see anything. Have some fun, you know? Alright, but let's talk to Jimmy J about the Friday the 13th Minicon. Let's go.
Friday the 13th weekend, May 13th and 14th, it is all going down right here on the grounds of the Blairstown Diner. Lauren Marie Taylor, Ron Milkey, Ron Sloan, Debbie Voorhees, Tracy Savage. I mean, we have a lineup of guests coming out for the weekend. And not only are we celebrating Friday the 13th, but we are celebrating 13 Fanboy. And with that being said, we have the lead actress, Haley Greenbauer herself, making her way to Blairstown. This is history in the making, folks. Get your tickets now. F13 Minicon.eventbrite.com. That is F13 Minicon.eventbrite.com. Jason's here early. Folks, like I said, it's going to be a killer weekend in Blairstown, going down at the iconic Blairstown Diner. Be a part of the history in the making. We'll see you there.
Alright, so there's the Friday the 13th Minicon, Blairstown, New Jersey. Make sure you buy your tickets now. The cast keeps growing. They added another one since here, so make sure you get to that website and check it out. Now, let's get into the Devil's Tree. This is one sinister-looking tree, and according to the locals who told us of its legends, everyone in the vicinity of Bernards Township seems to have a story about it. They say that at one time a farmer killed his entire family, then went to the tree to hang himself. According to some, numerous suicides and murders occurred around the evil tree. Supposedly, anyone who tries to cut down the tree comes to an untimely end and is now cursed. It is said that the souls of those killed at the spot give the tree an unnatural warmth, and even in the dead of winter, no snow will fall around it. And there's actually pictures of that, if you guys want to Google that. I didn't want to steal someone's stuff, so I'm just using, Wikipedia stuff. When Weird New Jersey visited the Devil's Tree, they noticed evidence that many attempts had been made over the years to bring down the unholy oak, but all have failed. The tree stands all alone in the middle of a large field off Mountain Road. Its trunk has been severely scarred by axes and chainsaws, some wounds appearing to be quite old. Why no one has been yet successful in toppling the timber, they cannot say for sure, nor do they know what has become of those who tried. One Weird New Jersey reader described the Devil's Tree to them this way. There's a big field, and right near the road is the tree. It's the only thing in the field. Supposedly, it's a portal to hell, and a sentinel guards it. He drives an old black Ford or pickup truck and will chase you down the road until a certain point. You will see headlights 1 second, and the next nothing. The car is just gone. Another local told Weird New Jersey that the inherent unholiness of the Devil's Tree is a result of the evil that men do, and should not be blamed on the devil. Some say that the Devil's Tree is a KKK hangout. There is a very evil truth to the mythology of the Devil's Tree. At one time, Bernards Township was one of the central headquarters of the KKK in New Jersey. They held many demonstrations in the town and held many meetings throughout the hills. As per KKK policy, often they would deal with young African Americans to set an example, not only to the other African Americans, but an example. Such garbage. The Devil's Tree was more secluded in those times before the development spread across the rural countryside. It stood in a very isolated area of woods and fields, far from prying eyes of the police. The evil energy around the tree comes from the souls of the dead men and women who were killed by this vile organization. If you look at the tree, you can see the leftmost branch extends almost parallel to the ground. This was the branch, and we won't get deeper into that. This comes from Rob S. in Weird, New Jersey. To freak ourselves out, sometimes my friends and I would drive down the road at night telling ghost stories. When the moon is a full red harvest moon and the wind is blowing just right, it looks like there might be bodies hanging from the branch, slowly swaying in the breeze. Ugh. The Devil's Tree will break you. At the time of the arrival of Weird New Jersey to the Devil's Tree, there was a 6-foot noose hanging from the big branch which extends out of one side. We noticed what looked like claw marks from a person or a very large animal. To get a better view, they climbed up to see if anything was further up. After they climbed up, they were sitting on a branch trying to remove the noose. As we sat on the branch, we began to hear noises coming from inside the tree. When the noises grew even louder, a big bang sounded and burst of energy came from the tree, sending myself and my friend flying into the air. When I crashed to the ground, I landed on my ankle, breaking it in 2 places. That was from Steve K. in the Weird New Jersey article. Right next to the Devil's Tree, there is a rock. It is very warm. Some people call it Heat Rock. People say it is the gate to hell. That was from Elmo M. in their article. No snow at the Devil's Tree. We went to the Devil's Tree in December when the ground was snow covered. However, an 8 by 12-foot circle of ground around the tree was bone dry. Later, when we were driving home and one of our friends thought we were cool because we took a piece of bark off the tree and had it on him in the car, we got pulled over, yelled at him, and make it throw out the window. That was from a Damien who got pulled over by the cops in this article. So crazy stuff, crazy stories that happen around this tree. It's so weird. So weird. Got a couple more pictures of the tree. There's the main one. Yeah, it's creepy. It almost looks like the tree they built for The Conjuring. There's another one over here. Blurrier picture. Yeah, it's kind of by itself, isn't it? Very weird. And then there's a far away. You can see the chain in this one. I mean, I see a lot of trees that don't collect snow because of the leaves, but so there's a lot of crazy stories around this tree. I think I'm gonna maybe take a trip up one day. We're gonna do a whole tour of Jersey and weird hot spots to get some footage for the channel, see if we find anything. I don't really know if I want to get into ghost hunting per se, but I think it'll be fun to visit these places like the Devil's Tree, and then we covered the Devil's Tower, and then I have another story coming up about Route 55, which I've been on thousands and millions of times, so apparently that's haunted. But that's all I got today for the Devil's Tree, located in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. A lot of crazy stories. There's more to find on the internet. I didn't want to just steal all of Weird New Jersey's work, but we'll check that out. And I'm Jared. This has been Short Splats. I'm out.